That'll never be me. That's what I used to say. Wow, how things change. I was always in church. My family was a big one, always so strong, teaching us about the Lord. They'd get together for prayer, lay hands on one another. I always knew the Lord was present in my life. My mom and dad taught me to be independent and strong. I was pretty successful coming out of high school and going into college. I had had 2 knee surgeries and 1 heart surgery. I worked my butt off to get a college scholarship. I was on my way. But while I was there playing, I continued to have heart problems. So I had to come home, have a second heart surgery. While I was here, I just decided I'd cut my losses, stay home, start living my life in a new direction. My friend introduced me to this guy, so I started dating him. The relationship moved quickly. He was nice, good looking. Soon I found out I was pregnant with my daughter. I was 19. What did I get myself into? This guy, this man who said he loved me, loved us, started to change in ways that I wasn't prepared for. My daughter arrived. She was everything to me. She's what motivated me. She was my heart. She was what I invested in now. She was 7 months old, and he hit me for the first time. I remember it like it was yesterday still. He left that night and he didn't come back. Maybe he was afraid I was going to call my really large Mexican dad. Maybe I should have, but I didn't. He came back, he said that he was sorry. He would never do it again. I believed him. I looked at my family, my daughter, him, and I thought I owed it to him. I thought I owed it to her to make it work, to make it last. Things got better between us for a while. We were on a roller coaster all the time, up and down. I didn't know it yet, but I was pregnant with my son already. He was a very manipulative man, deceitful. His abuse started off just verbally, and then once he got comfortable, it turned into sexual, physical, and even spiritual. I know that might sound funny, but he didn't like that I wanted to go to church, or that I had a relationship with the Lord, or that my family had one either. He tried to hinder it at every stop. I often look back and wonder if the devil had him working against me. After I had my son is when things really got bad. We would fight and argue all the time. He wasn't working, he was doing drugs, he was drinking all the time, cheating on me, never coming home. We would fight all the time. There was never even an argument that needed to happen. He would hit me basically for sport. He put me through a door one time in our house. He would get me up against a wall and just start going off on me. I considered myself so strong at one point in my life. I was a 3-time sport athlete when I was in high school. I went on a full ride scholarship to college for volleyball. I was student body president. And now what was I? I was beaten, battered, bruised, alone, rejected. I often would find myself just crying out to the Lord, "Why is this happening to me? This can't be all you have for me. Just give me superhuman strength and I'll leave." But when I would wake up in the morning and I didn't, I couldn't. My son had just turned 1, and we went to go spend Christmas with my kid's dad up north. And we had gotten into an argument over some food, and it seems so silly now, looking back. But he had drank a whole pint of liquor, and I knew that I had to get out of there because he was already arguing with me and it was going to hit him. And I got in my truck to leave, and I heard a bang. And he had gotten his stepdad's 9mm gun and shot at me as I was leaving. I returned back to church, ashamed, disgusted, guilt-driven. I mean, who was going to see me anything otherwise than the things that I saw myself? I knew there was other women probably out there that had gone through something similar, if not worse than me, but at the moment I couldn't see past myself. But the service that I gone to that day, Pastor Darren Wilson was preaching, and I can't remember all of it, but the thing that I do remember that he preached on, he said he doesn't care what you came with. He loves you. He just loves you. And this was the beginning of the rest of my life. I realized that I am worthy still. I do carry more than just the love of my children. I carry the love of my God. I began to seek after Him for my desires of my heart and for my needs, for He is never far. I realized that there is never a time too late to change this kind of behavior and to live a life full of love and happiness. The Lord sent me my husband and my stepson. I've been happily married now for almost 7 years, and I have 4 beautiful kids. I am Brandi Montoya, and I am second.